Okay, in this video, I wanted to go through every single thing you need to know about YouTube monetization. And that's simply because over the past year, you can see I have multiple YouTube channels. This one is just in the past 90 days, and then this one also is in the past year, that are making money from YouTube. On top of this, I also have 2 YouTube Shorts automation channels that I used to run for a while. I no longer actively run these, but these are all examples of channels that have made me a decent amount of money, and it's almost entirely through YouTube monetization. Now, to actually help make sense of this, I wanted to pull out my handy dandy cheat sheet, which basically goes over how monetization works on every single social media platform. And we will be coming out with this very soon, so make sure to stay tuned for these videos, because as a company, we at Repurpose are trying to make all of this information as accessible as possible. So we will be dropping this entire sheet for you guys soon. But first, I actually wanted to skip YouTube long form for now and go on to YouTube Shorts, since that's probably what most of you guys actually use. So when it comes to posting YouTube Shorts, you actually get paid based on a share of the ads shown between shorts in the Shorts feed. So to show you what that looks like, I'll go on incognito, open up the Shorts feed, and you can see if I start scrolling, after enough scrolls, I'll eventually get an ad. And this one is for the Google Play games, but there's going to be ads for a bunch of different things. That ad is what you need to actually make money. Now, actually getting monetized on YouTube Shorts can take a while, and that's because the requirements for monetization are actually pretty strict. The requirements include at least 10 million engaged Shorts views in the past 90 days, and at least 1,000 subscribers. Now, I think getting 1,000 subscribers is actually way easier out of these two. It's very, very unlikely that you'll be able to get 10 million engaged views and not hit 1,000 subscribers. So I would just focus on actually hitting the view requirement to get monetized on YouTube. And just so you guys know, an engaged view is actually just someone who didn't swipe away. So if you go to a video that you have and you go under engagement, it'll show you what percent of people actually stayed to watch versus what percentage of people pretty much instantly decided to swipe away. And an engaged view is only counting the percentage of people who actually stayed to watch. So 7.2K engaged views really only accounts for 60% in this case of the total views that this video had. So yeah, once you hit those 10 million engaged views in 90 days and you have at least 1,000 subscribers, you can go to this Earn tab right here and apply for monetization. Now, I've already hit it, so you can't see it here, but that's where you can apply. And you just have to be from a supported country and your content must be original. However, YouTube doesn't have completely strict guidelines on what's considered transformative. And if you just make a really good appeal video describing the transformative elements in your videos, you can often get monetized anyways. That's something I've made videos on in the past as well. But yeah, that's basically how that works. Then once you get monetized, your RPM can fluctuate a lot, but I've actually seen it go as low as 2 cents and as high as 35 cents per 1,000 engaged views. And the interesting thing is the only thing that actually matters to your RPM is where is the location of the audience viewing your videos and what month are you in. So your niche doesn't matter, the overall advertising value doesn't matter. The only thing that really matters that's within your control is your audience location. So shorts posted that are hitting an audience from the United States pay a lot more per 1,000 views than a place like India, where the RPM, in my experience, is around 2 cents if you have pretty much an entirely Indian audience. So just to show you an example here, this is one of my shorts channels called Fly Juggler, where I post some pretty cool juggling videos. You guys probably got to check this one out soon. And if I go to shorts, we can see this one right here with around 400,000 views. Yeah, it's only counted some of them since this should have made much more than $6. But if I go to revenue, it will still show me the RPM. And you can see my revenue per 1,000 engaged views is 26 cents, which is in general on the high end. That's probably because most of my audience is from the United States here. You can see my video is actually watched by a bunch of people in a bunch of different places, but the United States still makes up the most of this, which is why my RPM is closer to 25 cents than it is to like 10 cents. And I think if I had less viewership from Philippines and India, my RPM would be even higher. Then the only other thing that matters is what month you're in. So in Q4, which is the months of October, November, and December, you actually make more money. That's simply because advertisers are going to pay more because it's the holiday season and more people are trying to advertise and more people are buying stuff. So yeah, that's basically how YouTube short form RPM works. And if you understand it and use it to your advantage, you can actually use it to make a good amount of money. I mean, this is the past 90 days for me with my juggling channel, and this channel has made $5.6 thousand, which divided by 90 days means that I'm making $63 a day from something that really only takes me like probably 5 minutes per video to make. So that means if I can make 12 of these videos in an hour, I'm really making like $750 an hour for the hour that I put into making content every single week. So yeah, and that's just on YouTube. That doesn't even bring in any of the other platforms that are earning me money. For example, I actually post this same content on my TikTok as well. And as you can see here, that's also been making me some good money. In the past 28 days, it's actually already $2.2 thousand. And in the past 60 days, we're looking at 4.4K. So that's why I highly recommend you post your content across every single platform. I actually just use repurpose.io for this, so I'll leave the link to this in the description so you guys can use it. It's 100% free to start. And all you have to do is click login, sign in with Google real quick to make it easy. And what it allows you to do, which I think is sick, is create workflows. So I'm not going to go through creating a whole workflow right now. It's actually very simple. You can actually just pick the platform you want it to automatically repost your videos from. So let's say I manually posted to YouTube. I could just click YouTube as my main platform and click Fly Juggler, and then just have it repost to TikTok, Fly Juggler. And then if I just clicked create workflow, it would automatically do those posts for me without me having to manually do it. The way I have it set up right now is Instagram is my main platform, and I have it auto posting to every single other platform. But yeah, I definitely recommend you do this because you can use this to make a bunch of extra money across every single platform rather than just making money on just YouTube or just Instagram or just TikTok or something like that. So yeah, that's how YouTube Shorts work. And then in case you were wondering, I also wanted to get into how YouTube long form works. So first, when it comes to YouTube long form, we have what it takes to get monetized. And actually what I think is interesting is you can get monetized on YouTube either through the shorts requirements or through the long form requirements. And once you get monetized through either method, you can earn money from both YouTube long form and YouTube short form. So you could technically skip these requirements as long as you had the shorts requirements fulfilled. But let's say you only posted long form videos, you need at least 4,000 watch hours in the last 12 months and at least 1,000 subscribers. So let's actually look at what that would take. Let's say the average video you post could get an average watch time of 3 minutes, which equates to 1/20th or 0.05 of an hour. And you need 4,000 watch hours to actually get monetized on YouTube. And if the average person only watches, let's say, a 3-minute video, that means you need 80,000 views within a year on long form to get monetized on YouTube. That is actually achievable. Let's say throughout the year, you were able to get out a video every other day. So something like 180 videos. Well, you would only need 444 views on every single long form video within a year to actually hit this goal of getting monetized on YouTube. Splitting it up like that makes it more achievable. Obviously, this still is hard to hit. I mean, even getting 100 views on a long form video can be hard, especially if you don't know what you're doing. But splitting it up like this actually gives us a better understanding of how we can approach this goal. And yeah, I know it seems like a really, really big, difficult goal at first, but if you actually post consistently, which is what I've done on a bunch of my channels, you can pretty steadily build up to that goal. You can see this channel right here. It's getting around 1,000 views a day. And for some of these, it's videos that I made a while ago. So as long as the videos you make are still getting views over time, you can get monetized and actually use it to start making money. Then when it comes to monetization, the amount that you get paid really can vary extremely drastically depending on the niche you're in, because this all has to do with what are advertisers trying to place in front of your specific videos. For example, though, in one of the niches that I'm in, this channel that I run basically has videos talking about making money on social media, kind of like I do on this channel. And we can see my long form RPM is around $4 per 1,000 views that I post. So that's actually not that bad. Of course, it's much harder to get views on long form than it is on shorts, but this is still a great way to earn extra money. So yeah, that's basically how monetization works on YouTube. I hope this video made sense, and our mission here at Repurpose is to help you guys grow on social media platforms and be able to actually make money from it. So if we delivered on that mission with the info we provided today, make sure to leave a like on the video. And as always, thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video, and peace.